I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
This summit is a testament to our strong commitment to a shared vision of peace, security, and prosperity for our two interconnected regions. The Philippines, as country coordinator for ASEAN-GCC relations, wishes to express its sincere appreciation to ASEAN and GCC and their counterparts for their valuable contribution and hard work for this summit. As we confront the challenges to peace and security in various regions of the world, we commend the GCC and its member states for their increasing involvement and endeavors in peacemaking and in peace building. The GCC is an important region for the Philippines on the aspect of labor mobility, where more than 2.7 million citizens from ASEAN member states, more than 2 million of whom are overseas Filipino workers, live and work in GCC countries, including professionals and skilled workers. As the Philippines prepares to assume the chairship of ASEAN in 2026, we are committed to deepening ASEAN's global partnerships, including, of course, with the GCC. We will build on the gains that we have made together and chart new paths for collaboration. As we look ahead, may the partnership between our regions continue to thrive, paving the way for a shared future where peace and security are upheld and our peoples enjoy lasting prosperity.
So yun mga kababayan, narinig niyo po yung speech ng ating Pangulo. Ito po ay delivered his intervention at the Second Association of Southeast Asian Nation. Ito, basahin ko, okay? Then Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. delivered his intervention at the Second Association of Southeast Asian Nation, which is ang Asian Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC Summit at Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, Malaysia, with the Philippines serving as a country coordinator for the ASEAN-GCC relations. The President expressed gratitude to GCC countries for the roles in conflict resolution and mediation. He said, he raised that the Philippines is gravely concerned over Israel's ongoing military operation across the Gaza Strip, which have resulted in the continued rise in the death of civilians. He called upon all parties to adhere to their obligation under international law, with a particularly emphasizes on the protection of civilians, especially women and children, and the facilitation of humanitarian assistance to all those in need. You see, mga kababayan, saan kayo makakita niyan? I think sa speech ng lahat ng Asian leaders, si Pangulong Marcos lang ang mayroon lang ganito, guys. Totoo yan. Oh, see? You see, mga bes? Words. Diba? Ang ganda ng kanyang sinabi. Oh, yan ay panawagan sa buong mundo, mga kababayan. Lalo na ito nga, nabanggit niya ang Israel. Oh, dahil sa nangyayari hanggang ngayon, walang katapusan. Oh, banatan dito, banatan doon. Siyempre, sinong kawawa? Yung mga sibilyan. Oh, why not na hindi kumilos ang isang country, no, para tumulong. Ano ba ang paraan para nang sa ganun matapos yung gera? Ito guys, yung parang andating sa akin parang ganun, no. So, with particular emphasis on the protection of civilians, sabi niya, especially women and children. Totoo yun, mga kababayan, kasi sa Israel, sa Gaza, kung makikita nyo, ako, ayaw ko nang manood doon, naaawa ako. Tumutulo lang ang luha ko, although hindi ko sila kauri. Pero guys, iisa lang kumbaga ang pagkatao natin na ginawa tayo ng Diyos. Iba lang ang language nila. Kanya lang, nakakaawa tingnan. Nakakaawa talaga. Lalo yung mga bata. Ay, sus, may napanood ako video. Talagang yung mag-ama, naawa ako. Kaya naiyak ako Kaya tama lang din itong sinabi ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. Lalo na po yung mga pagkain nila. Medyo nahirapan sila hindi ko alam kung bakit hanggang ngayon di pa sila tumigil. Ay, nako. So, ako, humahanga ako kay Pangulong Marcos Jr. Napaka niya guys, may malasakit siya kahit sabi mo sa kahit sa mga banyaga. Siyempre may pusong mamon ito tuloy. On other urgent matters, he stressed that climate change remain one of the most defining challenges of this time. Tama po yun. Diba? Sabi nila, bakit masyadong mahal ang gasolina, masyadong mahal ang mga bilihin. Nasa makabagong panahon tayo guys. Means climate change. Kung gusto niya ng mura, bumalik kay 1970s. Mura noon, nag-iiba ang panahon. Ganun talaga. Pero sa pinuno yun kung paano ang kanyang gagawin, ano ang kanyang pamaraan. Para maibsan itong problema ng bawat bansa. Tulad sa atin, daming problema. Tapos dinagdagan pa ito ng mga salot sa lipunan, himbis tumulong, walang ginawa kundi nang gugulo, hindi kayo naloka. Di ba? Tuloy. Sabi po dito, ulitin natin, other urgent matters, he stressed that climate change remain one of the most defining challenges of this time. As host of the fund for responding to loss and damage, he encouraged contribution to the fund. Mga beswa. Kakaiba talaga ang Pangulo. He emphasized that the Philippines hosting of the FRLD will accelerate that unhindered access of the developing countries to climate finance, which shall aid in development and implementation of transformative and science-based strategies, an initiative for climate change adaptation, mitigation and disaster risk management towards ensuring sustainable and inclusive growth for all. Ayan. Sabi sa inyo, kakaiba itong Pangulo na ito. On the economic front, President Marcos Jr. underscored kay areas where ASEAN and the GCC can further cooperate, including going beyond traditional trade and leveraging complementary strengths, supply chains, resilience and innovation, halal, trade and standards harmonization, e-commerce and digital trade, and human capital. Yan, mga kababayan, kung gaano kahalaga ang Asian Summit sa bawat leaders. Di ba? This is particularly timely as a global trade increasingly shifts online and new trade corridors are being shaped by the new technologies. The GCC is an important region for the Philippines on the aspect of labor mobility, where more than 2.7 million citizens from Asian member states, more than 2 million of whom are overseas Filipino workers, live and work in GCC countries, including professional and skilled workers. He further emphasized the value of regionalization and multilateral cooperation where ASEAN and the GCC find strength in unity. Agay. As the Philippines prepares to assume the chairship of ASEAN in 2026. Kasi guys, dito gaganapin ang ASEAN Summit 2026 sa Pilipinas. Sa 2026 pa naman next year. We are committed to deepening ASEAN global partnership, including of course with the GCC. We will build on the gains that we have made together and chart new paths for the collaboration, he stated. As we look ahead, may the partnership between our regions continue to thrive, paving the way for a shared future where peace and security are upheld and our peoples enjoy lasting prosperity. President Marcos Jr. concluded in his message. Ayan karagdagan. So dahil dito mga kababayan, ano po ang kapalagayan nyo? Yan ang Pangulo. Oh, maalalahanin. Hindi lang po sa kanyang bansa, kundi sa buong mundo. O, di ba? Lalo nito sa climate change. Alam nyo guys, every international forum, lagi niya in-include ito. Itong climate change na dapat, sabi niya, paghandaan. Oh, well, alam nyo si PBBM, sa totoo lang, napaka-blessed talaga na mayroon tayong ganitong klaseng Pangulo. Kasi maabilidad dito guys eh. So yun, mga kababayan, itong mga sinasabi ko, yung react ko, talagang nakikita ko sa kanyang pagkatao kasi napaka super bait. Magaling na Pangulo. Kaya nga sabi ko, nahinayang ako pag bumaba na sa pwesto sa 2028. Sayang po kasi bata pa siya eh. Kayang-kaya niya pang mamuno, no? So, I hope ang Panginoon gumawa ng paraan para ma-extend. Yun lang is pinaka number one na wish ko. Bakit kanyo? Sayang kasi ang daming magandang nagawa niya sa loob ng 3 taon. No, sa totoo lang, kung siya po ay magpatuloy, sigurado gaganda ang Pilipinas. So yun guys, ang aking pinaka-latest updates video. Thank you for watching. See you again on my next upload. Bye and babush. God bless Philippines.